How about now? The problem is with my phone. There we go. Can you hear me now? Hi, Ben. Can you hear me now? Doodle doop, scoodly doop. Anyone? I'm gonna check and see if my wife can help. Busy? Can you just check to see if my live stream is if there's sound? It's on the Johnny Destructo's Hero Complex page. Facebook, yeah. Hey, I guess I should try talking to see if anyone can hear me. I'm just sitting here in silence. Sushan is checking on Facebook to see if anyone can actually hear. Oh, she can hear me. Yay! We did it! Thanks, honey! Yes! But is it very choppy? It looks very choppy on my end, but I can't tell if maybe it's broadcasting okay. Who knows? Not I, Rabbi. How's everybody doing? What are you guys up to today? Working hard or hardly working? Sorry. I just watched what did I watch? Movie. Here we go. So I'm working on this pupper today. He's a cutie. Because I love the bottom teeth. Mm-hmm. I wish I could play music, but I'm afraid it would get flagged. So many other people are able to stream music without getting in trouble somehow. I don't know how that works. I started watching what is that called? Ozarks. The Ozark? I'm not sure if it's like singular or plural Zark, but I do love it. It is dark as hell though. So if you haven't watched it yet and you're not in the mood for dark as hell, maybe it's not for you. I know I tried to watch it months, like maybe a year or two ago, because I like Jason Bateman very much. But I realized at the time that it was not for me. I was not in the space for super, super dark stuff. So I said, this looks interesting, but I'm going to come back to it later. And come back to it I did. So now is that time. I'm very excited. It's very good. Season 1. I've always wondered how iFanboy used music with no issues. I think, Anthony D, that it's because they really only use the songs for 15 seconds, 20 seconds tops. I know Josh Flanagan had posted on Facebook recently about how like something like, I don't care what your podcast is, if you're going over 30 seconds of an intro, it's too long. To which I went, oops, because I think my intro is about 30, 35, 40 seconds. I worked really hard on that intro too. There's a lot of editing involved with that stupid intro. I'm very proud of it. It took me forever. So, tough titty toenails. That's the intro. But yeah, I think they're only using a little bit of the song. So I think you're allowed to use songs as long as you don't play more than a certain amount. So season 1 of Ozarks. Yes, I'm on season 1 right now. I'm only in like what, episode 5? I don't even know how many episodes are in the season, but I'm like episode 5, I think. But every episode is a holy shit episode. Nope, don't like that. I messed with my settings, and now my my lines aren't doing exactly what I want. And then what's the other thing? I've been watching something else recently too. Oh, it is great, Anthony. Yeah, it's awesome. What's the other thing I've been watching? Supernatural. Also on season 1 of Supernatural. It's one of those WB shows that apparently has like 14 goddamn seasons. I don't understand. The show's not great from what I can tell so far. It's but it is something that I'm enjoying because I've been in the mood for like cheesy horror stuff, low budget, cheesy WB horror. So I've been enjoying that recently, making my wife kind of sit through it. She's not tickled by it. She doesn't give a shit. And speaking of WB, I am easily earwormed. That is something about me that I think everyone knows. Everyone in my personal life knows. I'm very easily earwormed. So if I think of a song or I hear a song, I will immediately have it stuck in my head for weeks at a time. There are a couple that have been here for decades that'll just be cycling throughout my head at all times. Anytime there's a quiet moment, I will start humming or singing certain songs. One of them is the Oompa Loompa song from not Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. So at any given moment, you could catch me going Oompa Loompa doodly doo. And I have a tendency to replace a lot of the words with nonsense. So like Oompa Loompa scoodly derps for no reason. I don't know why. I hate it. I hate it, but I won't stop doing it ever. And then what was the other thing? Oompa Loompa. Oh, from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. The music from that, what do you call it? The intro. My name is Sheikh Zula, the Mike Ruler, the old schooler. You want a trip? I'll bring it to you. So that's always in my head. And recently, It hasn't been as bad for a while, but If I Could Turn Back Time by Cher. If I could turn back time, if I could find a way. That's always there. But again, not too bad recently. But yeah, right now, I believe, I want to say it's the Dawson's Creek theme song. I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. I think that is Dawson's Creek. I'm not entirely sure. I've never really watched Dawson's Creek. And yet, that song is in my head for no reason. Other than, I guess, I'm watching Supernatural, and that just automatically makes my brain think of other WB shows. God, I am not happy with how some of these lines are coming out. It is all my fault. The other thing about Supernatural is musically, every time, I don't know what it's called, but basically you've got the beginning of the show, the cold open of the show, and then whatever the big dramatic thing is. Usually, what was that show? CSI, where the guy takes off his glasses and says some witty rejoinder. And then it cuts to the intro, the musical intro of the show. So every time that happens in Supernatural, my brain automatically starts playing the Buffy the Vampire Slayer music. And then I'm disappointed when it doesn't happen. Because obviously it's Supernatural, not Buffy. And that's just a little bit about me. Again, look how cute this guy is. When I do pet portraits, I'm enjoying Stumptown. Great use of music, says Anthony D. Noel, Anthony, you listen to the shows, so you know Noel, Mr. Bartocci on Twitter, one of my constant guests on Spoiler Alert and now on Gutter Talk. Him and his fiance, Sam, really love Stumptown. And every time TV comes up, they're like, you got to watch Stumptown. And then I go, okay. And then I never do it. I have yet to watch a single episode. But every time I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to watch it. I like Colby Smulders, which is one of the greatest names in entertainment. What a great name. But yeah, I'm told that it is very, very good. So I should check it out. There's only one season so far, right, of Stumptown? Yeah, season 1. All right, cool. Nice. Eventually, I'll get to it. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I trust Noel's opinion, and he rarely steers me wrong. But instead of watching the show he keeps telling me to watch, I decided to watch fucking Supernatural. Why? How is the connection? Again, with me, I'm getting so many chip, 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 chip. It's very sketchy for me. No pun intended. Is it very, what's the word? Laggy? It looks like it's very laggy on my end. What do I know about Stumptown the book? Let's see. I wonder if I click off of this tab, will I still be streaming? I hope so, because I'm going to go to Diamond. Comics. Boop, 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 boop. Search item database. Scratch my nose. I'll tell you, with this virus, I am not good with not touching my face. I'm always touching my face. That's why it's good to have the mask, because then I'm not touching my face out in public. Let's see. Search. Stumptown. I remember when it was coming out, and I like Oni Press stuff a lot, but I don't think I ever really gave it a chance. Greg Rucka, wow. Greg Rucka is great. Join the investigation on Dex Pario's first case for just $10. Dex is the proprietor of Stumptown Investigations and a fairly talented PI. Unfortunately, she's less adept at throwing dice than solving cases. Her recent streak has left her beyond broke. She's into the Confederated Tribes of the Wild Coast, Wind Coast for 18 large, but maybe Dex luck is about to change. Sue Lin, head of the Wind Coast casino operation, will clear Dex's debt if she can locate Sue Lin's missing granddaughter. Is this job Dex's way out of the hole, or a shove down one much, much deeper? That's all I know about Stumptown, is what I just read to you just now. But I do like Greg Rucka. One of my all-time favorite series was Gotham Central. Also by Greg Rucka. Well, partly by Greg Rucka. So tonight, we will. So I have a couple of podcasts. Nope, don't like that. I have a couple of podcasts on the Cult Pop Network. One of them is Spoiler Alert. One of them is Gutter Talk. And then tonight, we're going to be doing another live stream episode of the Cannibal Horror Cast, where me, Stephen Andrade, and Mark_L_Miller, previously from the Spoiler Alert podcast, will be talking about The Gate, one of my all-time favorite horror movies. It feels like a Goonies movie, but is horror. For me, it's up there with Monster Squad. So if you like Monster Squad and you haven't seen The Gate, you should definitely check out The Gate. 1987. It stars, I think it's the first role for, what's that guy from Blade? What is his name? Damn it. Stephen Dorff. Stephen Dorff's first role as like a 12-year-old boy. And him and his heavy metal buddy again, 11 or 12 years old, accidentally open up a portal to hell using a rock and roll album. I'm sorry, heavy metal album. And it is just one of my favorites. I love it so much. It was one of those movies that I kind of remembered when I was a kid, watching when I was a kid, but then I could never remember like the name of it or anything. So it was hard for me to track down. And then one day it like just showed up somewhere and I was like, oh, that's the movie. Oh my God. So then I tracked it down and I've watched it a couple times already in the past like 2 years. I've revisited it several times. So yeah, tonight we will be talking about that. I want to say at 9 p.m. on, I think we'll be multi-streaming on Facebook, the Cult Pop Facebook page, as well as the Cult Pop YouTube page. Where are those lines? There they are. All right. Now watch Gate 2. It's awful. I bet it's awful. It's got the same heavy metal kid from the first one. That's all I remember about it. I don't think I ever actually watched it yet. Noel says, hot take, Monster Squad is better. You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. I don't think that's a hot take. I think everyone knows that the Monster Squad is better than the Gate. I just happen to enjoy the Gate more. They're both terrible. Hot take. They're both terrible. Accurate reading. When did you watch Gate 2? Was that a recent thing? Schnoll? I don't want to wait for I live to be near me. Again, I don't know why that song's in my head. I hate it. Monster Squad is not terrible. Hottest take. I know how to use the phrase hot take. That is the coldest take I've ever seen, my friend. Yeah, Sam and I watched it a few weeks ago. You watched The Gate 2 with Sam? Did you guys watch The Gate 1 with Sam? That doesn't seem like it would be up Sam's alley. Hey, Noel, no one's answering me. Would you tell me if everything is coming through okay? Is it choppy on your end? It's very choppy on my end. So it makes me nervous. I think I need a new computer. This laptop that I'm using, I'm looking at you, laptop. Lukewarm take, my face. I think I need a new laptop. This poor machine from 2007 or 2009, I think. This poor machine has been running. But I can't, it's a fucking Mac. Ooh, sorry. It's a friggin' Mac. So it's hard to afford a new one because holy cats, Macs are expensive. But they're my jam. I've been using Macs for decades. I should just buy a PC, but I probably won't. I put on the gate and she meandered in. Gotcha. Answer my question about how choppy it is. Oh, Anthony D, not choppy here. Smooth, like friggin' peanut butter. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I feel better now. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Tell me what you're up to. Give me the deets. Give me the down low, the skinny, the whatnots, the what. Noel, you should. Sam Costa loves the original Gate. I like Sam even better now. Holy shit, that's awesome. No, you should tune in tonight at 9 o'clock when we do the Cannibal Horrorcast live stream, so that we have someone to talk to. We have yet to have anyone actually interact with us, I don't think. I answered with a GIF. Everything is awesome. Oh, I can't see the GIF. So what I'm using right now is what we usually do for the podcast, StreamYard, and basically all that came through at 2:28 p.m. was your name with nothing else. There was no GIF. There was no words. Work is shit, and you're distracting me. You're welcome. When I do pet portraits, I'm used to short-haired everything. I'm not used to long hairs, so I'm not as confident with my long hair drawings as I am with my short hair drawings. So I just keep going and going and going until it looks like I know what I'm doing. What the fuck? Ooh, I did it again. WTF, says Noel. Oh, right, with the GIF. Yeah. It's a welcome distraction. Thanks, buddy. Hey, Noel, do you have any leads on a refurbished Mac that I could buy from somebody? I am poor, but I think it's time to pull the trigger. Started watching Upgrade last night. It's a better version of Venom, says Anthony Drago. By the way, Anthony, if that is Anthony Drago, I believe it is, your books are in the mail. You are getting a huge, it's like this big, dog. It's a huge comic book stack that I put in the mail yesterday. Sorry, it took me a little bit. But thank you so much for ordering them. That's wonderful. And so anyway, about what you were saying. Yeah, man, Upgrade is a better version of Venom. I remember when Upgrade was out and I went to go see it in the theater. The whole time I was just like, this is just Venom. This is a Venom, but he's got a boop in his neck. Oh, you know what? It's kind of like Venom meets Dr. Octopus from Sam Raimi 2. I'm sorry, Spider-Man 2 by Sam Raimi. Because he's got the little chip right in his spine. And so there's an AI talking to him, telling him to rob banks for some reason. Yep, that's me. Thanks. Cool. Yeah, man. That's a big old stack of books. I hope you enjoy them. And I hope they get there safe. I was a little nervous. I put a lot of tape on it. Funny you mentioned Macs. My sister is also in the market for a refurbished Mac, so eyes already peeled. Thanks, buddy. Knew I could count on you. Oh, man. My hand is not doing what I want it to do today. Sam Raimi 2, The Spectacular Spider-Fella's Further Adventures. I gotta say, hot take, Noel. I have to say that the Sam Raimi movies do not live up, do not hold up for me, man. I loved the shit out of those Spider-Man movies, the first two, the only two. But I'm stuck. My face is stuck, and that's a horrible face. That's terrible. All right, I guess it's still streaming okay. But on my end, my face is stuck in a terrible position. Anyway, yeah, those were my favorite superhero movies when those Spider-Man movies came out. And then they do not age well for me at all. They are so cringy and so cheesy, and the dialogue is so bad. I know they're beloved. They used to be beloved by me, but boy howdy, they are a mess. You're taller than I thought. I hunch. Don't. Ugh. Yeah. But don't listen to me. I actually defend the Mark Webb Spider-Man movie, so what the hell do I know, right? I loved Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, but I didn't love him, but Cardboard Maguire was a slightly better Peter in that he was actually geeky and nerdy. Whereas Peter in the Amazing Spider-Man movies, he like gets up on stage and he like just randomly kisses somebody when he shows up. I don't know, maybe it's Mary Jane. Kisses someone on stage. It's very not Peter as far as I'm concerned. But I still thought it was fun and charming. Poor Dane DeHaan. Haven't seen him in a bit. He played the what's his name? The Green Goblin. I'm going to reload this because my computer has a spinny wheel. But it seems to be broadcasting, right? That's funny. My computer has been frozen this entire time for like the past 5 minutes. And so now everything is catching up. Everything's going blah, blah, blah. Hot take. I agree. They are dated hard. Is book club tonight or tomorrow? Tomorrow, Noel. Book club. For anybody who doesn't know, I'm looking around because I thought I had a copy of the book we're talking about. It's called Sarah from Garth Ennis, and it's from TKO Studios. And if you have a copy of it, you should read it and join us for book club tomorrow night at 8 p.m. So we're going to talk about. I'm going to lead a discussion on. It's a World War II war story from Garth Ennis, and I'm stoked to read it. I still have to read it. So yeah, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, there'll be a Zoom meeting. If you're interested, go to my Facebook page for the store. Actually, there's a Facebook group for book club called JD's Hero Complex Book Club, and you can join us there, and that's where we like vote on what we're going to do next, as well as Movie Club, which is so every other Wednesday is going to be book club, but on the alternating Wednesdays, we're going to have movie club. And so far we've done Booksmart and Parasite, and I think next time we're doing The Lighthouse. But tomorrow night is book club, and we're doing Sarah from Garth Ennis. The Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies have aged not unlike how a lot of Silver Age comics have. They just read super corny compared to modern. You're right. And that's sort of how I look at it. I look at the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies as like Stan Lee Spider-Man movies, which is great. But the acting is so stilted and yeah. I don't know. Is that enough inks? That might be good for now. Oh, I should darken up the schnoz here. There's more dark in here. Although I guess I could just do that with when I color it. Maybe I'll yeah, maybe I'll hold off. Maybe I'll add a little bit. Gotta run. Hugs and kisses. Later, Noel. Love you, buddy. All right. So those are probably the inks for now. So we will merge that. We'll get rid of the sketch. We don't need that. And then we can get rid of that layer and add a, so this here is my ink layer. And I'm going to add a layer underneath that, which is going to be my color layer, so that I don't mess up the inks while I'm putting my colors down. If that's cool with you. Now, what color are you, dog? You're like a bunch of different grays with some browns, some dirty colors. And if I go with a realistic color scheme, it might be a little muddy. So this is his brother. So this one we just did a little while ago. That's a poodle. And then this is his brother. So I'm probably going to use a very similar, comic book starburst image for the back so that they match each other. But again, this dog was mostly black, so I used a bunch of different grays as opposed to just black, because otherwise he would just be a black blob, and that is not fun to look at. But this is a very different. I'm going to start with some brown. Oh no, my battery pencil only has 5% left. So I'm going to plug in my pencil, which happens to charge very quickly. Someone talk to me while I'm charging my pencil. What are you up to? What do you look like? What are you doing? What's your favorite album right now? I've been listening to Ghost a lot, which is sort of like this heavy metal band, this pseudo metal. It's not quite what I consider metal. JD, what's your take on Spider-Man Blue? I just read it. It was okay, just okay. I agree. Most of those are just okay. I think I like Spider-Man Blue the most because he's the character that I love the most and I identify with. And I like the fact that I believe the bookend is that he is up in the attic going through old stuff, and he winds up coming across pictures or memorabilia about Gwen Stacy. So I think he's married to Mary Jane at the time, but he's upstairs reminiscing about his ex-girlfriend who died horribly. So even just the fact that that's the basis of the story, I remember thinking like, oh man, that's pretty cool. We've all been there, I think, where, we're perfectly happy in our situation, but every so often you just sort of get a little bit of nostalgia, like you find pictures or something and you go down a little nostalgia hole, and then you resurface out of it and you're, back in the present, you're very happy. So I thought that was a very interesting way to tell that story. If I'm correct, it's been so long. I read it in issues as it was coming out at the shop, at my local comic shop. So I remember really liking it. Recording audio tapes to Gwen. That's weirder. That is definitely weirder. I don't remember that. So wait, he's married to Mary Jane, and he goes up to the attic, and he's recording audio tapes to her. Why? Why is he doing that? I totally forgot that bit. That's so strange. I don't think I would record audio to dead girlfriends, but I don't know. I don't have that many dead girlfriends yet. Ooh, that sounded ominous. That's not what I meant. I'm not working on it. That's so weird. Recording audio tapes. Gosh. And I think most of those trade paperbacks are out of print right now, but you can get, because there was those same guys, Tim Sale, yes, speaks to her. Strange. That is so weird. Creepy, I guess. So, those guys did a whole bunch of those miniseries, which are all color themed. So Hulk gray, Captain America red, white, and blue, maybe it is, or white, Captain America white, which is the most recent one, which is my least favorite. Hulk gray, Spider-Man blue. I forget what some of the other ones are, but you can get them all in one big collection. I want to say maybe an omnibus, like an oversized hardcover or something. Tim Sale and Jeff Loeb. Jeff Loeb's the writer, Tim Sale's the artist. And as much as I used to love Tim Sale's work, I really didn't care for the Captain America white. I miss your stupid face, Kristen Kidd. Hi. Oh, what's up, my friend? I love you. How you doing? I'm drawing a puppy. That's your whole bag, man. Puppies and dogs and whatnots. He's got look at this stupid face. Speaking of stupid faces, look at that. How do I make this better for you? Here we go. Look at him. Oh my God. Love you too. Oh, friendship is fun. Let's see. What's my I'm charging my pen. What's my 29%. That'll do for a while, I guess. And we'll slap some colors down on this baby boy. Oh, over underbite for days. So cute. So, Kristen, what are you up to? You're always doing the coolest shit. What cool shit are you doing today? I gotta stop cursing. This is a live stream. I guess I should be all ages. What cool stuff are you doing today, Kristen? I used to do a thing where I would purposely try to only use old-timey curses or like really silly curses or made-up words instead of the F-bomb. I would say something else. Do you guys have favorite quarantine lunches? I guess that's a weird question, but Sushan and I, because we are never ever home, before the quarantine, we were never home for lunch. We would always wind up eating out, ordering pho or ramen or whatever. But today, let's see. Just got off the phone with a nonprofit in Chicago. See? Cool stuff. Kristen's always doing the cool stuff. Got off the phone with a nonprofit in Chicago doing a nationwide project when we can actually travel the nation again. Yeah, that would be a good time to do it. Susie says, my kids sat Uncle Doug has a potty mouth. They did, well, tough titty toenails is what I tell your children. Tell your kids I said, go suck a butt. I'm just kidding. My name is Sheikh Zula, the Mike Rula, the old school. Oh, Susie, speaking at you, I sent out your comic book yesterday. I've been slowly getting my online presence, my mail out situation in order. So I bought a scale so that I can weigh the packages and use stamps.com in order to do the postage myself at the shop before going to the post office instead of standing there in the post office with, 15 packages at once, taking up the whole line. I thought it best to do it at home. So it's been taking me a while to get everything kind of rolling, but now I think we're good. Hopefully the mail outs will be quicker. However, the place that I order all of my comics from has slowed down. I ordered boxes of new comics for my customers over a week ago, and they still haven't even shipped. So that's infuriating, really slowing me down. Favorite quarantine lunch: roast beef Sammy with chips. Ooh, that does sound good. Do you put cheese on your roast beef Sammy? The answer is yes. Or else. I dig the split screen with scrolling banner. How did you do that? Thank you so much for noticing, Kristen. How did I do that? So when I live stream the podcasts, we've been using StreamYard, StreamYard, and I'm paying for it monthly. And so basically what I can do is for the podcasts, I am the host of the show. And so I sign up and I have like a situation here on StreamYard.com where people can join in, and I could send you the link right now, and you would join in to the studio, and then I could click and plop you up onto the broadcast. And I'm live streaming to both my Facebook and my YouTube. And so I was really only doing that for the podcasts until I realized I could just have, this is my cell phone here, my iPhone, which is aimed at this, blah. So that is connecting and streaming to the website. And then my laptop is also streaming to that website. So even though I'm in the same spot, I've got two different locations streaming in simultaneously. Cooper Sharp cheese for life. What? Totally worth the moolah, she says. Yeah, so StreamYard. Get it. Do it. I fucked it up. I messed it up. I poopied it up. So in order to fill this with brown, my base color for coloring in this this cutie, I have to make sure that there are no leaks. So because I dragged and dropped that and it filled the entire thing, it looks like I've got, oh, there's a leak. There's a leak. Oh, there's a big leak. Oh, big leak. There we go. So now it should just fill that little shape. Nope. Still got a leak, I guess. This is infuriating. I don't want to wait for my life to be over. There's that leak. All right, now we'll try it. Son of a biscuit. Angry. How? Why? JD is infuriated. I'm very angry. Oh, that's a bunch of poops. Maybe if I double it up. Let's try it like this. There we go. I feel like I'm watching the Truman Show, like you're on, just on in the background because I mentioned, oh my God, that's the best. That's adorable. I love that. And, wrong layer. So Kristen, the great thing about live streaming is even though it makes me incredibly nervous, it does have a wonderful effect. It counterbalances my ADHD in that now, because I'm sitting here talking and streaming to 4 people, sometimes it's no people, but it means I'm going to sit here for a while and get work done, as opposed to going, ooh, what's over there? Oh, hey, there's my cat. Oh, I gotta read this book for tonight. Oh, I gotta read this movie for the podcast, or read this movie. I gotta watch this movie for the podcast. Let me do that. Oh, wait, I gotta draw this other thing. Let me start this other project. So the fact that I'm here live streaming this one particular drawing, it keeps me glued to my seat. It keeps me working. Whereas normally, you know me, normally I would be all over the dang place. So just the fact that you're here watching means I can't leave, which means I am accountable for sitting and working. And then after this pet portrait, I have a wedding invitation illustration to do, which is wrestling themed. And then I also have a gigantic map for a tabletop, like a Dungeons and Dragons type tabletop game, but it's based on beards. It's beard themed, Dungeons and Dragons. Very interesting. So each world in this Dungeons and Dragons game, which again, it's not actually Dungeons and Dragons, it's a tabletop game. I just say that for shorthand. Every world has a different beard theme. So my job, I'm being paid to draw the map of all of these worlds and what these worlds might look like on a map. So it's a Kickstarter thing, and pretty cool. And I've never done something quite that big before, so I'm very nervous about it. Yeah, you're really showing that ADHD. Who's boss? Thank you. I read, oh, Kristen, I got to email it to you. I found a tweet talking about an after effect of ADHD that I did not know existed, but speaks to me very personally and my experience, and it explains some things, which is wonderful. Anytime one of my strange quirks can be explained, I always feel a little bit better, a little less alone in my, I don't know what you want to call them, neuroses. That's so awesome. I can't wait to see it. Well, you're gonna. Kristen, let me ask you this. Do you like you told me this, you like the new Fiona Apple album, right? Everyone tells me it's genius. And I think it sounds like it's genius in that it doesn't sound great. Like that's like half our friendship, me explaining your quirks. I can't tell if that doesn't sound like a positive thing for a friendship to be. But yeah, the album sounds like a genius did it in that it sounds like something I don't enjoy, but everyone goes, no, it's genius. You just don't get it. You don't understand it. It's like, no, I get it. I just don't like it. I find it very aggravating and annoying to listen to. Every song there's great elements to every single song, but I find that every song also has a portion that makes me want to skip to the next song. As opposed to her last album from 15, 20 years ago, Extraordinary Machine, which is wonderful. I love that album so much. That's my favorite of her albums. Every song is awesome on that album. And in this album, oh man, not for me. I wanted to like it. I was so excited for it. And then Midnight dropped. It's a positive thing. If you heard me say it out loud, you just laugh. Okay. Well, then I'll assume I heard it out loud and went, Kristen, you're great. There's sirens outside of my house. And by outside of my house, I mean like 4 blocks away. Mm-hmm. The new Fiona Apple album has a lot of dissonant jazz components. Yes, yes, a lot of dissonant jazz components, which makes sense for the next step in her evolution. Again, 100%. It sounds like Fiona Apple's next step. However, I get why it's not like anyone's favorite thing. It's a lot of people's favorite thing. Everyone loves that album, but it hurts me. I do not like jazz. I hate jazz. I understand the need for jazz and the appeal of jazz, but I need something that can get stuck in my head, and jazz does not get stuck in my head. I need the comfort of rhythms and beats that I can focus on and hang on to. Even in, what is it? Is it the first song or the second song where at the end she's just making bird noises with her mouth? She's just doing squeaky noises. Why? Why is that there? Why? What is the purpose of that? All it does is make me want to go, all right, next song, please. This hurts. It makes sense, but I don't need to listen to it all the time. Twice on Sunday. Yeah, dissonant jazz sounds like a nightmare to anyone with ADHD. Total brain F for sure. Do not like it. Do not like it in a moat. I do not like it on a boat. Son of a biscuit. Nope. What have I done? Stop it. Does the doggy actually wear goggles? It's the picture. Look at the picture. This is the photo they sent me. The puppy is wearing goggles. So yes, the puppy wears goggles. Ugh. Fun fact. 2 days in a row, same shirt. Haven't bathed yet. I haven't brushed my teeth yet. It is 3 p.m. and I haven't brushed my teeth yet. That's disgusting. I'm a monster person. Blech. I would go do it right now because I feel disgusting, but because I'm streaming, I can't leave. You care too much about toothbrushing. Be like Puppy. Don't care about dental hygiene. Oops. Nope, don't like that's too small. Kristen, have you watched Ozarks yet? I mean, bad dental hygiene can cause cardiovascular disease, but whatever. Oh, geez. Wrong pen. Oh, wrong pen. Is the Pope Catholic? Oh, so have you watched Ozarks? Yes, you have. That show is friggin' great. I'll tell you what. I'm on episode 5, and it's awesome. It's dark as hell, the Ozarks. Speaking of the Pope, we just started The Young Pope on HBO. Love it. Yeah, I've heard good things about that one too. But I'll tell you, too many shows to watch, and that is not on my list. So cram it up your butt. Or don't. Yeah, Ozark is seriously amazing. Up there with Breaking Bad. I was thinking about Breaking Bad too. Another great show. But it's not a person who starts off good and ends up bad. He just starts off bad and ends up worse, it seems like. Despite it being Jason Bateman, who usually plays a good guy, he's not great. Not a great fella in this one. Although, neither is his wife. Oof. Brutal. Oh, so I didn't finish saying the reason I was asking about quarantine lunch is we don't usually have time to eat lunch, but recently Sushan's been making us lunches, and it's things like soup and grilled cheese, and it's so comforting. It's lovely. I love it. And it reminds me of when I was a kid and I would stay home sick from school, and I'd be at home watching reruns of like Gomer Pyle and the Munsters, stuff like that, and I would make myself a grilled cheese sandwich and just sit there and watch TV. Kelly Riley, hello, I love you. How you doing, Kelly Riley? Yeah, I don't know if you'd love the young Pope. There's just a lot of Catholicism, so much terrible church nonsense. Yeah, I grew up with all that terrible church nonsense, so I think I'm good. Don't think I need any more. I love your setup. Thank you, Kelly. It is a new setup. So basically what I'm using, I was just telling Kristen this, what I use is StreamYard, and it is a pay service website for streaming, but you can stream to multiple platforms. Like right now I'm streaming to both Facebook, my Hero Complex Facebook, and my Cult Pop podcast YouTube, because I don't have a drawing YouTube. I should, I guess. Why? Nobody watches it. So yeah, on StreamYard, you can multi-stream. And on top of that, basically what I'm doing is I've got my iPhone set up here, and then I've got my laptop looking at me. So they're both in the same studio on StreamYard. And I wonder, I can mess around with the layout. Nope, I don't want that. Can go back. Does this do anything? Nope. And then I can switch back and forth in real time. Like I can make my drawing take up the whole thing. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Puppy normal, puppy small. Nothing normal about this puppy. Look at him. It's freaking awesome. That ain't no normal puppy. It's the puppy of your dreams. Big pup. So what are you doing, Kelly? Oop. I did it again. Oops, I did it again. Work break. That's cool. Are you eating a delicious lunch? I was just telling the absolutely riveting story about how I was eating grilled cheese and soup. Sushan made grilled cheese and soup. That sounds lovely. Souply. You should eat lunch. Durr. Oh my goodness. I'm too old to be sitting this long. My butt hurts. See, the dog isn't brown though. That sucks. The dog's like gray. Have you guys been about to get some fresh air and go for a walk anywhere? Oh, been able to get some fresh air, you mean? or about to. How your day? We go for a walk down to the store so that I can do mail outs and stuff. Yesterday we went for a nice walk. Kelly and I, who's also here commenting, went for a walk yesterday, and that was nice. Kelly's been baking some bread, which Susha and I have been devouring. I don't know Kelly, what do I do with this dog? The dog is not brown. The dog is gray, but if I make it gray, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to look. Shoot. Guess I shouldn't have been doing it all brown like this. But yeah, every so often, Kristen, we'll go for a walk. Ah, jeez. Pretend he's brown. Make it gray. Paint it black. See a red door. I'm like, nah, dog. I make that black. No one likes a red door. Up this close, he looks like a werewolf wearing goggles. I like him. Oh, I guess that's not so bad. I will duplicate this layer and I will save him for later, just in case. But yeah, I suppose I'll just make him gray and white with a couple little brown highlights, maybe. I had to break the window. It just had to be. It was in my way. See, now I got Fiona Apple stuck in my head. But not the new one. I wish I liked the new one. Ironically, your rendition of FA sounds jazzy. That does sound ironic. About as ironic as rain on my wedding day. Kind of lounge singer jazz. You know, William Shatner inspired. You go to hell. How dare you? I'll tell you, As far as female singers that I've been enjoying lately, while everyone's on the Fiona Apple tip, I've been digging the Hayley Williams tip, man. Oof. That new album she's putting out, she's releasing like a song at a time every maybe week or two. Friggin' love it. It's so great. I think it's called Petals for Armor. And that's another one that's pretty it's diverges from her style from whatever that band was called, Paramore. But boy, do I love it. It's got some weird stuff in there, but I think it's great. Bork, bork, bork. I don't know if you guys can hear the dog barking. I don't mean my feet. I don't mean I've walked a long way today and my dogs are barking. I mean there's a dog outside and he's going bork, 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 bork. Well, now he stopped. Guess he heard me calling him out. Your drawing is so good I can hear it. So speaking of hearing, I can't tell if you mean that you can actually hear my stylus, my drawing, but one of my favorite things about watching other artists draw when they shut up, God, why don't they ever shut up? But when they do shut up, I can hear the pencil on the paper or the ink on the paper, as it scratches on, and I find that so calming and soothing. I love it. Do you guys play Spotify playlists during dinner that match the national origins of the food you're eating? It's so much fun. Never once have we done that. If we do play a Spotify, we play music. We will pick an album or something, I think, or some other playlist of music that we happen to enjoy. I don't think we usually play the origin of the food we're eating, the nationality. Like we had Indian food the other night, and we played a Spotify playlist of classical Indian music. It was great. No, I haven't done that. I love that you do that, though, and I am not surprised at all. That's awesome. Now that you've said it, I think we'll give it a try. It sounds cool. We usually put on like Adele or Paramore or just something that we already enjoy. But yeah, nice international playlist sounds pretty cool. I do that sometimes, says Kelly Riley. I would like to listen to music right now, but if I do that, my video will get tagged or flagged or whatever and then taken down because I don't have the permission from the artists to play music on my live stream, which I understand. I get it. Makes sense. But also very frustrating that I can't just sit here and listen to music. Kristen says we're having sloppy joes tonight. I guess we'll listen to westerns. You know, the Vandals, one of my favorite punk bands from the 90s and the 80s and the 90s and the aughts. They did a whole Western album, punk rock Western songs. And I believe, I don't remember, it wasn't really up my alley, so I didn't listen to it that much, but I believe they've written new Western songs. It's not that they are doing covers of Western songs. Also, man, Sloppy Joe sounds great. Kelly says, LOL, that also happened to me before with the music and streaming. I'm going to go finish my work. Love you, buddy. Love you, Kelly. Thanks for hanging out. Kristen, I don't know if I told you, I've been hosting book club. It's a graphic novel book club online, but we're also, I'm hosting movie club. And so tomorrow night is book club. And then the next Wednesday is movie club. And we're going to be talking about The Lighthouse, which seems like something you should watch if you haven't already. Noel says, not sure if you'd want or need what? What do you say? He texted me, but if I'm going to lose the stream. Oh, he's helping me out looking for a refurbished Mac. Apple MacBook Air 13.3 laptop, 4G memory, 128G flash storage, 2013, only 4 gigs of memory though. Not sure if you'd want or need something faster. Yeah, I probably need something faster for streaming and also working with Illustrator and Photoshop. Got to go talk to a lady about a thing. Love you, Kristen. Mwah. Thanks for hanging out. I hope to see you soon. Dope. Hey, Ted. What's up, buddy? Thank you. It's kind of hard to see him. Based on this little dude. Kalunga. Ted Kalunga. Sorry about that. I just realized I mispronounced your name. It's all good. Thank you for your forgiveness. Ted, am I correct? Do you like horror movies? Are you the Ted I'm thinking of? Anthony D. Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Thoughts? My thoughts are cool. I mean, I liked the last Venom movie well enough. Is there? That's all they've. That's the one. He likes horror movies. Great. Tonight we're going to be talking about The Gate, the 1987 classic, cult classic, The Gate, starring Stephen Dorff. We're going to be live streaming the Cannibal Horrorcast podcast tonight at 9 p.m. I believe on the Cult Pop Facebook page and the Cult Pop YouTube page. We'll be talking about one of my all-time favorite 80s horror movies, which feels like, it always felt like something to me like if the Goonies had a horror movie. Traumatized me as a kid. Yeah, man. The eyeball in the palm and the dad who, like, his face melts. God, the special effects in that movie, some of them don't live up, don't hold up. But man, a lot of those special effects, those practical effects are so good. When the zombie falls and turns into all those critters, those demons, so good. So Anthony D, I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't see anything about Let There Be Carnage. Is there a trailer yet or photographs or something? Or is it just like, hey, the Venom sequel's coming and this is the name of it? But, I mean, the name is great. I think Let There Be Carnage sounds great. I always regret the fact that we didn't, the Venom movie doesn't have Peter. I think it's fine. It suffers from the same thing a lot of these movies suffer from, which is we're just going to have an eviler version of the main character at the end. He's going to fight another symbiote, and it's going to be just a bunch of goo fighting a bunch of other goo that are only mildly different from each other. One is black and one is silver, I guess. And you're not going to know who you're looking at for the most part. Otherwise, I think that movie is kind of fun. It's a bit of nonsense, but I still enjoyed it. Same way I enjoy things like Daredevil, the original Daredevil movie. Well, not original, but the 2000s Daredevil movie. I assume there was some other kind of TV made for movie. What was it? Thor, Daredevil and Thor and the Incredible Hulk? think I got to get up and stretch, you guys. But there he is. Still working on him. Should be finished later on today, hopefully. But yeah, I got to get up and stretch. I've been sitting here too long. Thanks for keeping me company. Oh, whoa. Ted says, any news around the Destructo clothing line? You mean my t-shirts? Like I make shirts and then I print shirts for other people, like bands and businesses and stuff. Like, do I have any new t-shirt designs coming? Is that what you mean? Not right now. I've been working on a lot of commissions lately with the pet portraits and stuff, and I have to do a big world map Kickstarter for a D&D type game, like a role-playing game that's beard-based, which is pretty fun. Callie Grace, hi. Hey. So, yeah, I haven't done any new t-shirt designs recently. I don't know if you saw the one I did. Let me see. I will move this for a second because there are some not for your eyes stuff on here. But I did do one recently for people who love their plants called Plant Parenthood. So that was my newest t-shirt design. Water, no matter what. So basically, I don't know if you've ever seen the Planned Parenthood logo, but it's basically this. It's just the two P's, which after I had the idea, I researched it and I went, oh my God, it's so they already look like leaves. That's so perfect. So I just happened upon that. All I did was I said the word Plant Parenthood and I said it weird and I was like, Plant Parenthood? Wait a minute. So yeah, after many, many designs, I finally settled on this, which is just the pot. So yeah, I'm doing these t-shirts right now. And I'm going to be putting a lot of them up on my store's website. I just started oh, thank you. Clever, he says. Callie has that sticker. I have t-shirts and stickers of it. So what was I going to say? Oh, my store, for the past 3 days, I've been working on the Shopify account for my store so that my store is online. So if you go to jdsherocomplex.shop, I have a store up there where I have to add everything one at a time, and I have to like copy and paste the information, and I have to like download the photograph and then re-upload the photograph to the website. So it's very slow going. But if you go to jdsherocomplex.shop, I'm going to have like options for buying commissions up there, my t-shirts, my art prints and stuff, but also all my trade paperbacks and hardcovers from the store, from my comic shop. So yeah, it's been slow going, but I'm hoping people will use it and buy stuff. So jdsherocomplex.shop. It's up there now, but not everything is like up for sale yet. I'm still uploading everything, but there are options if you want to take a look and get back to me. If you have any trouble with the website or anything and you need to, if you have any feedback, please let me know. Callie Grace, how you doing? I'm getting ready to sign off so that I can go stretch. I've been sitting here too long. My butt hurts. But I hope you're doing well. I hope Cody's well. Tell him I said hey. Oh, Callie said found it. Oh, good. So I should have some sort of thing up there that says, oh, and you can also buy gift cards. So if you want to help out the shop, but there's nothing you want right this second, if you buy a gift card now, you can use it later when everything opens up, and that helps me, or whatever your local comic shop happens to be. If you have a favorite small business, just go buy a gift certificate from them. If it's a restaurant, or if it's, Main Street Music, which is on Main Street, which is my favorite record shop. We're both working. Justin Agnew says, rad. Yeah, thanks for posting the link, Callie. Justin, go to my new web store, jdsherocomplex.shop, and buy stuff if you're so inclined. LOL, butt hurts. Cool artwork of Puppy. Thank you. I appreciate that. I will bring them back up. Oh, don't look at all this stuff. Oh, this one was fun. This one I did for my buddy Nate's and Charity's wedding anniversary. They love this sandwich, which is from KFC, and it was a chicken breast, mayonnaise, bacon, cheese, and another chicken breast. No bread. The chicken was the bread, which to me is just absolutely gnarly and disgusting. That's too much even for me. But so yeah, I did that. So I did that for them. And careful, there might be butts or boobies. I tend to draw women at book, drink and draws and stuff like that. So I don't want anyone to get offended by nudity. Oh yeah, here's the puppy I'm working on right now, which is the brother of this puppy. Boop. Look at that cutie. So yeah, I'm working on the brother now. And then every so often, I'll save pictures on my iPhone of cool poses. So I saw this really great pose of a cosplayer wearing a Supergirl outfit, and she was thick with 2 C's, which I always like to draw. There's something really satisfying about drawing thickness, like thick thighs and thick waists, and just the round. There's something about making a nice swoop with the brush. You know what I mean? So anytime I see a good pose, I like to just sit and try and recreate it. So this is in process right now, but I really like how her physicality is coming along. It's stylized, but I think still looks like a human being, which I was not always able to do. So anyway, thanks guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to go stretch my butt. That's a weird thing to say. So yeah, love you, and I will talk to you soon. If you guys need anything from me or from my comic shop, please, 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 please let me know. And I guess I'll see you soon. Thick, gick. I need 2 cc's of thick, stat. Hey, Hal. That's not your real name. I'm trying to remember your real name. Green Lantern Tribble, right? Shoot. Charles? I'm terrible with names, and also my memory is stupid, which I just found out was a byproduct of my ADHD. I did not know that a lot of people like me have terrible memories. I just thought it was my brain was bad. I mean, my brain is bad, but I thought it was just my brain. So, thanks so much, guys, for hanging out, and I'll talk to you soon.